Hi guys, back again with me, Austin from ABBA But Hard. Today I'm going to share with you my experience on JoyToy, hardcore Coldplay. Not sure if that's the line name or anything like that. Bounty Hunter figure. This is a 3 3/4 inch or 1/18 scale action figure. Right. This is pretty much my very first 1/18 JoyToy. This is not my first JoyToy. I do have the smaller scale with the Mac stillborn. I think it's 1/25, 1/27. I'm not sure. It's the 2.5 inch scale, I think. All right. So I have heard many good things about this manufacturer. So we'll see. And let's take a closer look at the packaging first. I'll say this is quite a premium packaging for a 1/18 scale. It's quite big with I think it's the figure at the front. Again, some mandarins, CIA Bounty Hunter. I'm not sure what CIA is. Bounty Hunter, bit of a promotional shot at the side here. Product parameters, blah blah blah. I'm not sure. Okay, we have precaution, which is good. Right, so here's the picture, promotional picture of the figure. So we do have options, right, which is cool. And it's actually an open window packaging. So let's pull up this Velcro. Alright, so we do have Velcro on this two sides. Then we have a cool artwork here. Very nice with the figure. And we can see what the figure inside. Right. So we have the figure without any uniform. Then we have the helmet. We have extra head. Fast, I'm not sure what's that. Weapon. Not sure what's that. Is that just a gap? I think this is the belt. No, accessories, and some hands, extra hands. Not sure what this. I think this is the extra packs. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at the figure itself. All right. Before we continue, I just want to say I'm sorry. My voice, is not. I'm not really feeling well today while recording this. But you know what? This is my consolation, so kind of happy with it. Yeah, just bear with me. I'll try to share with this as with my best. Okay. We are being given this kind of piece of paper inside. Is showing us all the precautions again and all the accessories, so we can check all the accessories that we can get here. I will go through one by one later, don't worry about it. And then we have this picture which kind of show us the way to put it on him. Not the way, but we know that this is how the figure actually should look in default mode. Of course, you can always do your own creation, but I'll try to do it according to this, right? So here's the default body with the default head and the default hand that we have. He doesn't wear any clothes in this one. It's cool though. I'll have to say I played around a little bit with this guy, and I have to say I'm very impressed with JoyToy. You know, it's really cool. It feels very nice. Exchanging the joy is really nice. Putting on the accessories is really nice. So let's start with the head first. This is the default head. I like the beard. I like the details on the communication device. It's wearing some sort of molded red glasses. You know what? I like the hat. The cape is not removable, it's part of the hat, but I like the stitching there. I hope it's visible, the stitching. Very small, but very nice. And then the body is awesome. I do feel that They apply a bit of weathering here. It's not that heavy like acid rain, but I do feel that it's adequate enough. And you can see all the details here. The muscles, you can see the muscle, very nice, and then the chest, the all parts of the body, the neck. It feels very good, very nice, with all the dirt. He has this some sort of tattoo on the right arms. Let me focus on that. Yeah, I think it's a tattoo, or it may be a dirt, or it may be a wound. I'm not, I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll say it's a tattoo. Okay, think so, which is cool. I'm okay with that. He's wearing some sort of bracelet here, which I'm not sure what that is. Let's see closer. The one on the right, this is the default hand. It's kind of, I think it's a trigger palm with the trigger finger sticking out like that. The one on the left, I'm not quite sure. It might be a gripping hand, but somehow, yeah, I think it's kind of a gripping hand, gripping palm. All right. And then goes on to the pants. It's also really nice. I like the kind of yellow oranges color, all the dirt. I like the knee pads. He has this little belt which is molded. Yeah, small pockets detail which is painted on the pants on this side here. See, so he's wearing some sort of cargo pants, I think, like the knee pads, and then the details, a little bit of details on the shoes. It seems that he's wearing a sneakers. I may be wrong, but we can see the shoelace there. Is it? Is it a lace? I'm not quite sure myself, but we see a bit of details there, so that's nice. All right, it's quite nice. A bit of details on the toe as well, down here. So overall, I would say I'm quite impressed with this figure. All right. Maybe I'll go on with the accessories that we have. Maybe start from the head first. So apart from this hat, we are also being given this hat. This guy is kind of shouting jackass with the beard. I like the paint on the eyes, just small dots, but still very good. And then the eyebrows, right? Everything looks great, even though it's very small. I like the detail on the ears even. Look at that. Let me change this. It's very easy. You can open up and then you can just put it on. It's a bit tight. All right. So, but very easy to change. All right. A bit of lining there. It's probably glued, but yeah, I'm okay. It's very nice. And then we have the second hat. I thought this was a helmet, but actually it's a hat as well with the pack on. So let's just change this into this. All right. I have to say though, I think it is recommended before you start putting in all the accessories here and there, just do hair dry treatment on the whole accessories, on the whole body, just to loosen up everything. By the way, I like this helmet. It has very cool details here and there. Right, look at that. Very intricate sculpts, which is nice. I wish this was a helmet that we can put on him. I mean, I think JoyToy had done something like that, and I like working accessories. Don't get me wrong, this is cool, but I like the playability, you know, putting on helmet on the face, something like that. And it again, the sculpt is really nice on this helmet. So yeah, no complaint really. Look at that. I wish they can have put more detail on that, but other than that, it's fine. It looks really great with all the details and wrinkles. Okay, so it's really cool. So we have 3 hats. And then what else do we have? Let's see. We have this kind of, I'm not sure what you call that, machine gun. It's solid, so it's not rubbery, so it might break. So be careful, just be gentle. It has a trigger hole there. It's all painted in black. Let's try to put it on him. All right, he grips it nicely. It grips very nice, and I do think that we can grip it with both hands somehow. Oh, by the way, the one on mine here, the neck is clicking, but it's somewhat loose as well. Whenever I try to play around, sometimes it pop off. It's fixable though. Don't worry about that. Okay, it's sometimes a bit annoying, but yeah, you can do some sort of shooting position with this. This is not perfect shooting position, but of course we'll try to do it off the camera later on and see. Okay. Right, and then we are being given also this kind of assault rifle, something like that. I'm not sure how to call that. Is it an SMG or something? It has a little bit more detail with the, what do you call that? Kind of not brown. It's more like gray, very light gray color. It's also solid. I like the details on the molds there. It doesn't have trigger hole. So that's fine though. Okay, so again, as you see, the neck on my figure keeps popping off, but that's fine. We just want to see whether this grips nicely on the figure. Yes, it holds nicely, and I think you can always use both hands. I think one of the essential aspect of a 1/18 military scale figure or any scale is to be able to do a shooting position. All right, like this. It's very important. All right, so it works. All right, let's move on. All right, so we are also being given this. Let's start with the pocket first. All right, so this is supposed to go to this side on the thigh. I like the mold on the pocket. It's somewhat rubbery, but I do feel that it's better if you can do hair dry treatment before you putting on this figure. It's very easy. Just pop off the left leg and then just push slowly. You'll get there. All right, come on. Again, don't try to do it like me. Do hair dry treatment first. Just make it softer, and it'll be easier. Your life will be easier. All right. So it holds. I think this is supposed to be on the left. Yeah. All right. Because we also have another accessories, which is the holster, and this goes to the right. Okay, it's very much similar. It's a working holster, by the way. So again, we just pop off this. All right, and then we just push through. Ta-da. All right, slowly. Again, I think it's better. It's more recommended to do hair dry treatment before we actually do this. Don't try to do it like me. I'm not patient enough to do that. Okay. All right. So once you have enough clearance for the top of the part of the legs, you can always put back. All right. I think it was right. It looks really nice. Okay. And then the one on the left as well. Come on. All right. So, yeah, maybe I'll move it down a little bit later on. But it's cool that we have options. We can always mix and match between accessories on any figures of JoyToy, I think. and probably other different figure line as well. We'll try to do that someday. Maybe I'll just do a kit bashing video to show with all different manufacturers. All right, so and then we are being given to complement this holster is this handgun, kind of a revolver. I'm not sure about that. All right, nice detail, nice trigger hole. All right, it's all painted in black. It's solid as well, so be careful with it. I think the arms can hold to it nicely. Oh, the trigger finger actually goes into the trigger, is it? Not sure. Anyway, it holds very nicely as well. All right, and the most important thing is to put it into the holster. And you know what? It works. It works really well. Okay, so yeah, pretty cool, right? And then next we have the belt. This is the belt that we have. It's kind of rubbery a little bit with the pockets, ammo. It has a small knife here, and you can remove this, by the way. It has this device, it's molded, and here it has two holes here, one here and one here. Not sure what's that. Let's try to focus. I'm not sure what is that. Anyway, this knife is removable, so I'll just show you. Okay, this is a small knife that we have. My gripe with this is that it's simply too rubbery. Look at that. I would prefer this to be more solid. Maybe I'll try to reinforce this later on. So paint it in green because it's not that solid. It might be troublesome to put it back into the sheath here. It's possible I already put it out off the camera before, but to put it on is quite troublesome. So I'll just do it off the camera. All right, I'll show you later that I can put it back on. So to put this belt, oh, by the way, before that, we also have this. I'm not sure whether this is a handcuff or a carabiner. I think it's a carabiner. What we can do is we can just put it into this hole like that, hanging around, or we can connect the other side, the other one, to the other hole. Okay, like that. So just do whatever you want with it. Be creative, play around, have fun. Right? I'll do it later. Okay. To put on the belt, just need to pop off this torso, and we can see the inner joint there. Is that visible? Hope so. So that's the joint that we are being used here. Then I think the knife is supposed to. All right, it's somewhere around here in the position that being displayed on this picture is around this area. Oh, okay, I think so. So we just put it there, and then we put back the upper torso. All right, that easy peasy. My goodness, that's awesome. So we can have. Oh, it's actually kind of hanging around. It doesn't really hold. So yeah, that's okay. That's fine with me. All right. And then what else do we have? Let me see. We have this X. It's all painted in black as well. A bit of detail there on the top. The grip not so much. I think it has some sort of texture. Let's try to put it on let's say the left arm first. Left palm. Yeah, it holds. Let's hold. Okay. All right. Oh, of course. the most important is the fast, which is kind of rubbery. I like the metallic part on the chest here, and then we have the, I think it's a walkie-talkie or something with the cable running around to this side on the back. Let's see, it's probably, I'm not sure, ammo or anything like that. I like the pockets. Yeah, nice metallic paint there. And then, yeah, it has two sticks here molded on the back. We cannot remove it, it's molded. Then we have another pocket. And we have kind of a gripping, something to grip. I think in the photo, it is being used to grip this pistol, this gun. So I think he's doing it like this. Okay, so yeah, you can do that if you want to. Yeah, just play around with it. It's nice. It is attached by connecting these two pegs, one on the right and one on the left, to the hole there. So let's just put it on here. All right. Okay, very easy, very simple. Don't forget to push the peg in. Push the peg in on the left as well. All right. Oh, voila! Very easy to do. Very easy to do. All right. And we can always put on the neck to the body. All right, looks great, isn't it? And then aside from this, we are also, I think we can also use this, maybe if you want to, you can put on the, anything basically, anything that you want to. All right. We have 3 more palms being given. We have this, the right gripping palm is probably for the X. Let's try it with the knife, okay? The small knife. Yep, it even grabbed on the knife, so that's cool. I hope it's visible. Very tight. It's also came with the hinge joint. I hope it's visible. It does have a hinge. Oh, sorry, on this side. Okay. Let's try to change it. Oh, very easy. I think it's a good point that, okay, we can change the hand easily. So this hand, I can move up and down like that. Okay, this is a gripping hand. On the right, we also have extra, not sure, kind of a piece, piece look. I'm not sure, peace sign or whatever on the left, so we can easily change that. Okay, all right, look at that. Also has a hinge up and down like that. Very cool and very easy. And then we also have kind of another gripping palm on the left as well. This is also on the left. Not sure what's the difference. So I think this is for the supporting the gun, the default hand, and this is to grip on the extra is to grip on the axe or the knife, which can be put on easily as well, like this. All right. Now for the purpose of articulation, I just take out everything. Not everything, it's just the belt. I take out the belt and then the fast, because I thought I want to show you the goodness of this particular figure. Having said that, I also did a little bit of adjustment with the strap on the holster and the strap on this left pocket. I lowered it a little bit so that you can see the gap of the joint here. right? But before that, I just want to point out that as part of the accessory, JoyToy is kind enough to give us this bountiful join, extra joins. Well, depending on your perspective, there are some people that mentioned to me, my friends, that in the past there were cases where the joints broke off. You might say that, oh, the quality of the figure is bad, but you know what? At least they deal with it. You know, they gave us an extra, and it's a different kind of joint. It's not just one type of joint. If you see here, there is some joint which is colored according to the torso, the skin color body, right? It's because it's the smaller one we got to, I think, is for the elbow, and then the bigger one is for the shoulder, right? So that you can see. And then we have the black colored joint. I can see, it's probably not very clear to you, but I can point out that we have at least two joint for the knee, and then we also have one joint for the pelvis. Okay, for the pelvis, just to connect the thigh and then to the torso, plus, and then then we have, let's see, I think it's for the ankle. We have two joints for the ankle, and then one dumbbell joint is either for the abdomen or is for the neck. I'm not sure which one, but we do have it here, which is awesome. Right, I appreciate that, and I think another figure line, another manufacturer should pay attention to this. Yeah, anyway, so let's get back to this. Now the joint, the head is on a ball joint up there, but it's also attached to this neck, which also attached to a ball joint. Again, I mentioned that my neck here is kind of loose, but it still clicks and it doesn't pop off easily. But by combining the two joints, we get this much downward. Okay, sorry, and then upward is not so much, is it? Upward is much, not so much. The ball joint on the neck, on the head, allows us to rotate 360, but we do also the joint on the neck, which allow us to move quite a good range of motion. I'll try to tighten it up later, but for the most part it's okay actually. It's not that troublesome to me. And then on the shoulder here, we have our usual joint. It's a hinge connected to the torso, so we have that motion upward. Let's see, backward like that, rotation, which is cool. We have the elbow with a hinge. We can bend this much, and we have rotation as well. You can somewhat bend a little bit like this. So and then the wrist, you can turn it around 360, and then each wrist come with a hinge. So depending on the hinge, on this default one, you can move upward, downward like that. On this side, you can move upward, downward like that. Okay, so it's the same on both. Now on the torso here, we have a ball joint, I think. Yeah, it's a dumbbell joint actually. So, we can have that much downward. Yeah, it's showing this part though. We can, sorry, it's a bit too bright, is it? We can move it to the back like that. Not natural, you don't want to open this, right? But it has a good range of motion, side to side. I do believe we can have full rotation if you want to, but there's no point on doing that, of course, but just to show us the range of motion. And then down here on the pelvis, we have ball joint as well on the top. You can have full rotation as well. Yeah, side to side. You can combine these two joints to create very good range of motion, right? Let's move it to the front. Yep, you can do this much. You can move to the back that much. So I think the thing is you gotta pay attention to the abdomen
right? Not to overdo it, to look natural. I think it's very good range of articulation. All right, and then on the leg, we have a ball joint attached here, so we can do somewhat split motion like this. We can do front kick like that. We can do back kick this much. You have kind of a pivot on this part of the thigh. We have full rotation down there, right? So the top here is a ball joint, okay, and then you have rotation, and then the knee you can bend this much. Might be hindered by this strap, but overall, well, I think this is good enough. It's more than 90s already, right? And then the ankle we have, let me see, you can move it downward that much, upward that much, maybe side to side, which is really cool. Right, we do have rotation, right, which is nice, and we do have a little bit of toe joint. I hope it's visible, so you can move it up that much. I don't think we have any much figures in the scale with toe joints, but it is appreciated. So as I said, as I mentioned earlier, it's a very nice range of articulation with this figure. I have to mention also the thigh on my right here. The right side of my figure is kind of looser than the one here, but it's still fixable. Okay, we can use floor polish, and it is still attached anyway, so it's okay. All right. Okay, let's measure him up. He stands for roughly. I have to say though, it depends on the head that you're using, but this guy I think is slightly below 11 centimeters, right? So I think if you are using the helmeted head, which is slightly bigger, it's probably around 11 centimeters, right? So it's more than 4.25 inch, I think around that. Okay, so it's quite tall. I thought it's gonna be shorter than 3/4 inch, but it's actually quite a good size. All right, so let's compare it to several other figure. 1/8 inch scale, that's Luke Skywalker from Black Series / TVC / Hasbro. This is Chewbacca. Chewbacca is supposed to be a tall character, so it's kind of expected. But you know what? His height is quite comparable to him. And let's compare to. I have a Death Trooper beside me here. I think he's about Death Trooper height. Just to give a. Let's compare him to another tall character. This is Kylo Ren, but for him to stand, we have to open up his legs. So, yeah. Anyway, he won't stand, so I'll just, okay. Yeah, I think they are about almost the same height somehow. This is Black Series, small scale. Before the red box Darth Vader. I think he's about Darth Vader's height, slightly taller probably. Now let's compare him to another figure line from Hasbro as well. I don't have another JoyToy to compare, I'm sorry about that guys, maybe next time. This is Professor X. Sorry about the light, but anyway. I think they're somewhat about the same height. I have a G.I. Joe here. This is Storm Shadow, which is somewhat slightly shorter. Maybe this guy is about Roadblock's height. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's compare it to my favorite figure line. This is the Sand Trooper from Acid Rain, and then this is the AMM Soldier. I forgot what's the actual name, AMM something. Yeah, it's even taller than Acid Rain. This is the Marine Trooper, Acid Rain. Interesting. This is a new discovery for me. All right, this is King from Bugs Team, Acid Rain as well. Yes, slightly taller. And this is compared to a Reborn Trooper from Acid Rain as well, which is supposed to be big and taller than most of the guys. Alright, so overall, I have to say once again, I'm very impressed with this figure. This figure is practically 3-in-1 because you have 3 heads. You can do variety, you can do variations. You can, if you want it with the vest on, if you want it without the vest on, because the body itself is already very nice. You have options of hands, you have options of weapons. You want the axe, you want the knife, you want this heavy machine gun, you want the small machine gun. You have, then you can mix match with the heads. You get practically 3 different characters, 3 different personalities. And I can see this guy. I think this guy is a more SMG guy, and then maybe the helmeted guy here is using this heavy machine gun, right? Because it's the same black color. And then maybe this crazy angry guy is using the axe and the knife, you know, without the body armor on, without the vest on. So, and then we have extra joints, nice range of articulation, and then it's very easy to pop off all the joints. You can do very good, very easy modification, customization. So I would say it's a very nice figure that JoyToy is doing here, and I can see if they keep doing this good quality, they will go big someday. I think they are already big today, but they will go even bigger. I have to say one thing though. This figure, I think, is not the first release on the 1/18 scale. So you get my point. I think we have to go back and check on their first release to see how they were doing that time, whether they already had this quality or not. But it's possible that they have gone through a bit of time to actually come out with all of this learning curve that they have gone through, all the processes. But this figure, you know, I think it's a good what do you call that, representation of the quality of this particular brand. So I do recommend it. Please check them out. I do know that they are very aggressive this day. They keep releasing, you know, 3-pack, 5-packs, the max in 2 scales, even in 125, 118, and 1 single figures, 2-pack figures. Just check them out, and hopefully you will get what you want. Price point can be debatable. Some people may thought, oh, it's very expensive. Some people may thought, oh, it's okay. But you know what? With this quality, I think it's a good figure to have. All right. So thanks guys for watching until the end. If you like this video, enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And you can always turn on your notification bell. And you can always contact me through Instagram. Ciao.